decided to start CT
Всем
side.
здравствуйте, дорогие
Pretty
друзья.
well known for starting on the T side themselves. In a lot of tournaments at Dallas, they started on the T
Я
side.
что-то мог раньше включить, но просто думал
Two
сейчас,
most
только
recent
сейчас.
ESL Pro Leagues, they were always picking the T side of this map, and then now they switched to the
Короче,
defense.
турнирчик идет.
And
Это называется
we'll see the
никак
highlight
иначе,
of Hobbit
как Blast
falling here.
Premier Spring.
Okay, there's the
Две
first
группы,
flashbang. He tried to run back.
И прямо сейчас,
Is that a
уже
friendly
на
flashbang?
второй карте,
Yeah, he's just running through the
Жду
flames
разрывает
forever.
Cloud9.
It never stopped.
No.
Хоббит
Oh, he
грустит,
just
да,
sinks in his
и
chair like his player model sinks into the flames.
ну, это, судя по всему, все.
Well, that's rough.
G2 забирает
Transition from
очередной
that
турнир, в
music to
принципе, я
blast
думаю.
music is interesting.
It worked out, didn't it?
Good crossfade there.
Блять.
7-1. My God.
And this
Комфорт
is a little
зон
bit of a
$600
bludgeoning. We
всего.
were prefacing this on map number 1 a bit, just the way that both of these teams seem to
Нет денег у Cloud9,
just
что-то
show
1.7.
mental fragility so willingly
Прискорбно,
that
да.
when Cloud9 fell on their own pick,
СНГ
I
команда
just feel like they haven't
ситуация, в
reconnected to the
принципе, все
server.
очевидно.
No. It doesn't really feel like it. Fooksy again throwing him in
Ой-ой-ой,
deep.
Фукси.
With the
А
Mac
здесь
10
волшебный.
sprayed him
Ой-ой-ой.
down, and if he had
Вставляет
2 more
свой
bullets,
11
maybe 1 more bullet would have done anything against Axel there, but it's still not that bad. They must have known there's 2 people on the bomb site because there was a flash coming through the smoke, so you can probably guess that someone had to throw the flashbang for Axel to push on through. So I think they have a good read on what's on the other side, but also they're avoiding the AWP at the moment, and that's probably good news on its own. Good Molotov on top, and it clears out the bomb site.
Бустеры Шира, я думаю, вряд ли что-то сделают.
They're full on destroying them at the moment.
This is another case in point example of how G2 like to play this map. Fooksy does
Самое время
not overthink
спросить, а
mid
что ты мне дашь за этот
rounds.
тим?
Oh, we went 1 for 1 at the top of banana, but we have that space. Let's just exec into the bomb site.
Yeah.
Not overcomplicating things, truly testing the defenses. Because I think what Hooksy did when he more or less pioneered this style is he put himself in the shoes of every bomb site anchor. What's the worst feeling when you're trying to defend a bomb site on this map? Losing your teammate. When you lose crossfire capability, when you lose that extra man to just help you out in terms of firepower, defending that site before the defense shuffles on back over is so tough. It puts so much pressure on you. And even if you had that extra guy on the site lying in wait, a good flash, a good Molotov, a good smoke, to take that player off of his angle or to just disrupt him is good enough to actually turn the odds in your favor.
And it's frustrating as well, right? Because if you are that, so if you suddenly are defending the B bomb site on your own, the one thing you also maybe don't want to do is you don't want to over commit to a rotation. Like you don't want to pull in all of the backup if they're not actually coming, right? Like sometimes you just want to throw a smoke, slow it down, and kind of wait it out and see. Or and if you then get a feeling that more are coming, maybe you draw in some more defense. But at this stage, you could even be falling into a trap here if you're Cloud9 of actually over-rotating and just saying, we just have to go because they're so quick, we have to get there immediately. They even lost the AWP the last round, at the end of the round there. Nico was able to find it.
Yeah.
8-1.
Really convincing stuff. This is looking like the G2 we were watching in the challenger stage of the most recent major, the way they were able to just completely dismantle every single team they played against on this map. It really wasn't even a contest when they were on this map, but
В самом начале Cloud9
you
сейвили,
would have thought that
4 раунда
Cloud9 would
подряд, ничего не
find some
происходило
way to
интересно.
put up a better
В принципе,
fight.
это очевидно.
Yeah, they should be able to. There's been a couple of rounds that have looked winnable.
Поэтому один раунд еле вымучили,
But in the grand scheme of things here, it's been G2 just walking away with a victory. JKS on
серьезный дамаг по
9-3.
Хоббиту.
And these have been really impactful kills for JKS. They've been openings. They've been some fights where he's been really badly disadvantaged and still able to come out on top. So you just have to love everything about it.
Вот почему-то да.
Sneaky from Nico, already in the cubby, but Nafany is aware, and they double up. Okay, there's a response from Odyssey there. They should know that there's only one guy here in Hobbit, but it's hard to speed up the smoke and Molly in your face, but Hooksy's got the utility set. Molly on top of second oranges, and that is the angle Hobbit needed to hold. Monacy to fall, and yeah, they have some space, but with no utility, this is going to be a very difficult post plant.
Как думаешь, возьмут это?
Yeah, it's not necessarily going to be easy for Cloud9 either. Even if they have a bit more grenades to work with here. Just one
сейчас на сейф
this
идут,
could
да?
be
Там,
taken away. Double swing
Ой-ой-ой.
against Buster, and he wasn't ready for it. Hunter to take him down. Shiro and
это
Axel,
что-то
they're
с
going to be
чем-то.
quaking in their boots right now. One more kill that goes the wrong way, and this could be all
Выиграть
done with
время.
Hunter. Yeah, his position is revealed, but
Hunter
Hooksy up close. They see the shadow on the
принимает,
ground, and the
убивает
spray is
одного.
good. And Shiro,
Ой,
oh,
второго
and they
еще, ну
open to
что
get
это?
wiped out. They lose the
Как
2
это
on
называется,
3,
Хукси соло,
and
что ли?
G2 they are just
Да,
merciless on this map.
Весь
Just
Cloud9.
how
Абсолютно
Hooksy drew
ничего
it
не
up.
получается у Cloud9. Вообще ничего.
2v3 with him and Hunter. This is just a stomp. I mean, G2 are so confident right
Притом
now.
так всё время
Even when they're down 3 versus 5, to be able to bring this back, they feel untouchable right now. Hooksy with the double kill to close it as well. Busting out some crazy mechanics right there. Instant headshots for anybody rounding the corner. There's nothing that Cloud9 can do. There's everything that they can do right, but then they just can't close the round.
Хукси все еще бегает с волшебным маг 10.
It's almost like, how much work do you have to do for yourself on this map now to feel safe? How many players' advantage do you have to find?
Yeah, I mean, when you get the double opening and it's still not enough,
Ой, на этом сайте,
you've
по-моему,
got
выбивал
to start thinking
Медузу,
it's not
по-моему.
our day, it's not working out. Nico flashed for a minute, but not enough for the kill for Nefany,
Да и Драгонлор, по-моему, там
and the
что-то
rest of them
был.
are on pistols.
Поношенный, правда, но...
Good
он был
attempt. I
там
mean, I don't
Драгонлор,
mind it,
конечно.
trying to flash your way into the apartments there, but they were a little bit further back and he just didn't feel
Yeah.
safe taking the
Да.
fight. Shot rings out.
Фукси, блядь,
Hooksy
что он делает?
again with the Mac 10. He's really had a great
Просто
time with
разрывает.
this submachine gun, just running,
Хукси уже мертвый.
roaming the map and
Убивает.
looking for kills.
Хукси,
He's
ну
going to get
что?
one more.
Это
Hunter will
просто-
take the last on the bomb site. And Hobbit sneaking
Hobbit
around in the middle,
остается 1 в
waiting to get
5.
discovered by somebody.
С 5-7 опять, та же ситуация, что
10-1
и в
Maui.
последнем раунде на Вертиго.
This is outrageous.
Это 50-й раунд G2.
I'm ready to wrap this one up. It's like, we'll see if Hobbit's able to make a name for himself here. Nah, just the one.
Да.
And this has been a masterclass. It's so obvious how G2 want to operate on this map. And
Так,
there's
сейчас вот
seemingly
до конца
so little
половины
you can do
возьму
about it.
Cloud9
If you
хотя
lose
бы
an
один
opening
раунд.
pick to this team, even if you go 1 for 1 against G2, they know exactly what they want to do in order to convert all of the time. They're so ready.
Making things any better than just winning so many of the opening fights as well.
Да.
This time it's
Блядь,
Nefany to
я
get the
серьезно
ground
думал,
early,
что
Nico
возвращаюсь.
ready for it. Shiro, that's fine. You get one kill in return, and he's actually rotating already. He's
Три,
like, I'm
четыре
expecting a
ситуации,
quick
да.
rotation to the A-bomb site. Let's just put all 3 players here.
Гамбитов.
And this is probably what you have to do, right? I don't need. This is not even a bad move because they have been bullied pretty
Cloud9.
relentlessly.
Ну, Cloud9
Don't tell me
интереснее
this is going to be the
звучит,
one
и
round where they
по типу
actually
интереснее
switch it around and go back to B.
Okay. Well, they still have 2 players in apartments, and it looks like,
Look at Hooksy.
yeah, Hooksy should figure this out. Oh man, this is bad news for Cloud9 if they don't get a move on.
They're counter rotating.
Oh, but they
Не
still have a
угадывает
lot of
Антон.
apps.
Переходит
Hooksy
на
didn't
Б.
actually completely clear the site. He backed on up, and now he's calling Monacy to rotate on
Все,
back.
видимо,
This is
фейкует на Б или что.
this might actually fall apart for G2. This might be a lifeline for
какая
C9.
It definitely could be.
Надо
Ooh.
навало идти.
They still have time to go back again, though. There's 35 seconds. You can still make your way back to A. No, they've made up their
Ну
minds.
не дебил просто.
Okay. Well, let's see. Cloud9 have had this kind
Да,
of
они
position
так
before and
выиграли,
still managed to
собственно,
lose
да.
it, so I'm not
Они
going to
сейчас
count out
справятся.
G2 just yet, but they are execing
Ну, не
into
20
a
секунд.
pretty
Надо
well-defended
выходить.
bomb site here. Axel on the one side. Oh, Molotov.
Всё,
Oh,
пошел
wait. Oh,
в Б.
he didn't actually throw it. Now it might be a little bit late. 15 seconds. They're going to be burning out the corner. Monacy gets the kill on Buster in the background, and Hooksy, he's waiting inside patiently, running right
JKS
through
против
Axel with a
бомбу.
double. 8
Успевает
seconds left and the
закрутить.
bomb gets
Падает
planted. It's
JKS,
just over
и
100, and he nearly had the double
еле-еле.
spray down. It's Shiro to bring it back. His
Hunter.
shot that he had to hit for
Давай
Cloud9 to
здесь.
get a second round. My God, it took everything to win this round.
Look how many things have to go right for C9 for them to
А,
win
они
a round,
спонтанно
though.
угадались.
That's
Они на
just
выходе, я не буду
so
наливать.
labored, and they only find their second. G2 almost pulled that off. The clean entry
Ну,
from
не
Monacy
всегда
here
получается.
to make it a 5 versus 4, but also
еще было?
when the numbers sort of evened out or actually started to favor C9, you had to find yet another. G2 are just
А,
G2 are
ну
so
ладно.
explosive, but maybe that's the fire that C9 need.
Тебе пора этот боевой клич?
It's really late. The hour is getting late here for Cloud9. It's a 10-2 scoreline, and it's slipping out of the hands at the moment. Buster, that should have been a kill that needed to be a kill. He had it going on. Monacy caught out in a weird position. Nico's going to fall next.
Oh,
Че?
And they find Monacy with a late grenade.
Нахуй надо-то?
Oh, but this A bomb site doesn't have any defenders on it. Shiro has
Что
to
тут
rotate
хочешь
on it.
смотреть?
That is
Насилование в Full HD?
good utility. Yeah, that's going to definitely slow G2 down a bit. And Shiro seems to have his eye right on this
Чё?
angle. JKS somehow manages to get down, but Hooksy does
Чё,
not.
пиксели?
Bomb drop there at their feet. And Cloud9, they're recovering into this
JKS
half.
1-4, я думаю, это
JKS,
easy, да?
yeah, you're in the pit, but you're just going to die there too.
Okay. It's real late, but at least summoning a little bit of strength at the end.
Нормально все со стримом, что ты
Getting a
придумываешь?
couple of rounds on the board. I don't think anyone really believes it will be quite enough here. But 10-3.
Really, like, when Cloud9 feel like they have nothing to lose and they start to throw caution to the wind a little bit more, you can see just how explosive and fiery some of these players can be. But this half has been so difficult for them to just play a normal, in air quotes, normal round, and for them to come out on top.
тоже неплохо прилетает.
Hooksy nearly burning alive. They did throw the double nade against Hobbit and nearly took him down. Oh, more fire!
Ой, Хукси горает.
He's attracting it at this point in time. It's unfortunate.
It's like
4 on
Canada.
5. Shiro,
Падает ник, да?
easy kill for that one. So, okay. If they can get the last couple of rounds, make it a 10-5, it's still a
Проблема в
slim
том,
chance
что
for them to
G2
win
сейчас
the whole
переходит за
map,
КТ,
but it's going to feel different. It's going to
и
feel like
предельный
there
счет,
is
с
a chance
которого
anyway.
может закончиться положительно
I like both of
для
these teams more on their
Cloud9, половина
T-side
это 5-10.
So,
Okay.
Ну что,
a
так
chance.
себе,
And like I was saying before,
хорошо.
Cloud9 usually want to
Вот.
start T-side on this
Это
map
просто
because they have a
как
great offense. And that's a good
Ошибаюсь,
kill from
Хантера.
Maxile.
Сейчас у
Unfortunately,
G2
haven't been
может
able
не
to
быть
save the
денег,
game
скорее
too
следующий
much
раунд будет
in
эко.
this
В
map.
принципе, так и будет. Если я
Despite
сейчас
putting up a
проиграю.
valiant effort on Vertigo, he's more or less been
Или они, скорее
receiving
всего,
the
ходят на
same
сейф.
fate
Ну да,
that
будет.
just about everybody else on his team has when it comes to Inferno.
Сейв для последнего раунда, чтобы
But
забрать
Looks like they're just kind of pulling the
11-4.
plug here. They don't have a lot of money, so I suppose it makes a lot of sense, actually. We're going into the 15th rounds. Why wouldn't you want the AWP and the AK being brought over into that one?
Yeah.
4 rounds for Cloud9.
I think we're gonna have to wait for Nico to reconnect as well. I'm not sure.
True.
Not sure if he'll be back in time for the freeze time, but can expect a brief tech pause.
And this is... It's kind of late to start to pick up rounds in the CT side, but through the lens of what you just said about their T side probably being a little bit better, it's still doable, right? It's just on the mental side, we already saw, I think, a bit of the collapse on the opening map. So it's hard to sell the story that, you know, they have the mental strength to make a full-on comeback on the map. It feels like it's still a very brittle team that we're seeing at the moment.
Yeah, both of these teams have had their struggles once they lose momentum in regaining it, and
10-4 Cloud9.
seem to be back into this one.
Наоборот, G2 Cloud9.
Yeah, we've got 5 players on the T side.
Что с игроками
Just a
нормально
second
всё?
here. And yeah, it would be nice. It would be really nice. Cloud9, you'd actually feel like you have a chance if you win this one. But going down 11-4, and then if you lose pistol in the second half, you think the game's over. But 10-5 gives you a little bit of a buffer.
Yes.
To keep you believing for a little bit longer, and that's what Cloud9 need. But if G2 really just execute into this 2-man site, it is going to be tough for C9 and Buster.
They will. Straightforward. They're going to go for it. Axel caught out, flashed, and he's going to get killed inside of the bomb site. Buster, again, we saw this smoke earlier, just trying to buy some time, trying to buy a little bit of space. He almost gets sprayed down, but Shiro showing up in the meantime, and he's found Nico. That was already arched position. They are getting here really quickly. Cloud9, look at how deep they're going. Monacy gets one in return. They know the Buster is there because they already heard the shot coming out, but they can't get the kill on him. And it's all on JKS. Great recovery in this one. This could have been an awful finish to the half, but instead, it's 10-5. So a crack at it still for Cloud9. We'll see if they can make the comeback happen in the second half.
А мы вернемся.
10-5 in the second half. Second map, G2 are up 10-5 at the moment. This is looking real good for them right now. It is their map pick, and now they're on the CT side. If they win the pistol round here, it could get interesting. But likewise, if they lose it, Cloud9 are actually going to be on a bit of a win streak, and maybe they can bring it back. We don't want to discount them yet.
Cloud9 showed a little bit of fight there at the tail end of the first half, and that's a worrying sign because I truly believe that Cloud9's T side is better than their CT on this map. just seeing much more evidence, and also given the context that they're facing G2, who is excellent at T-side, you might get the majority of your work done on your own offense.
Если они пистолетку берут, то, в принципе, думаю, все очевидно становится.
They're walking up the middle. Double setup here, the boiler room. JKS comes up, swinging at the bomb on the ground, and a double kill for him. Oh no, what just happened? It could have gone the other way. Shiro's bring it back at least and gonna take a kill on Monacy, and Hunter will fall next, and just like that, snap of the finger, and Cloud9 are right back in the game with the bomb picked up now and a 2-on-3. Hooksy just making a run for it, trying to see if he could get a kill in the pit, but this is such an awkward round right now. Nico and Hooksy in a 2-on-3.
This is looking disastrous. G2 looked well in control, but okay. Hooksy is going to keep this one in play, but there's a Molotov on Shiro. Keep your eye on that. Tags from Hooksy right there, or tag onto Hooksy, that is, and every second that passes, this gets harder and harder because Shiro, he still has this Molotov. This could be the ace in the hole. There it is deployed, and there is no chance. Even if G2 find the kills now, there is simply not enough time to get this defeud with no kit. So Nico just wants that kill, just wants that peek. There it is, but yes, the round does belong to C9.
Yeah, just saving that Molotov all the way to the end. That's such a heartbreaking way to, you just know we can't do anything, it's over. But also, after the double kill there for JKS, I think if they would have just cooled it down, G2, they probably would have been in a better position. They were so hungry to go for a lot of these kills, and they didn't need to. There was no pressure on them. The bomb was on the ground. They would have been fine.
I'm not sure why Monacy decided to just push Banana like that. That gave up one kill. You gotta think the comms, for some reason, became a little bit more confusing than they should have for G2, despite the fact that in the mic'd up moment, they sounded so composed. But maybe just getting a little bit overeager, wanting to end this game quicker than it needed to be, or could be. But there's a force buy here. JKS right there with the MP9. 4 players towards bracket from G2, and it's Nico on that lone B-site defense. He's got a smoke right now. C9, they're just going to be methodical about this. Take their time. And this cache of utility that Nico's deploying is actually missing the mark. Okay, Axel's going to be able to figure out that there is a gap in what's going on here at Banana, and you don't even necessarily feel like you have to contest this if you're Hobbit. You're getting a lot of space towards B already.
Yeah, he did get tagged up. Obviously, the main defense going to be at this A bomb side. Axel's pushing. If he wins this fight, that's it. He's going to confirm no one else is there. Bit awkward in the middle, but it's going to be fine. They know everything they need to right now. Axel still controlling it. They can call it back. They don't have to keep fighting in this position. Buster is going to sneak in for a kill here, and yeah, they're actually chewing them up. Great play in this round for Cloud9. This is what they need to build the momentum, to build a bit of confidence. They absolutely need more rounds like these.
Yeah, that utility that missed the mark from Nico towards B just invited Axel right in, and I think if that utility actually bought 10 more seconds, Cloud9 would have gone for the bracket take. So that is actually very key in this round loss for G2. The trap might have been able to spring had it not been for a missed smoke.
All right, a little bit of frustration showing. This is kind of becoming a very open game once again. Back to pistols on the side of G2. Cloud9 with a really good shot at getting 8 rounds.
This game's completely open,
yeah,
if I'm being real. Do not feel safe if you're a G2 fan right now. Likely to be a 10-8 scoreline. If G2 pull off a miracle in this one, then we can maybe shut this game down, but
yeah, we'll revise our position.
Yeah, the positions say otherwise.
This is such an interesting stack if they are coming in from the main entrance of B. Oh, and actually, if we get to find JKS on the other side, then it's just all done.
Yeah, the round's done.
Shiro, though, giving Hooksy a heart attack. Don't think they were expecting it.
И запирает, тут Шира просто запирает оставшихся из команды G2.
Why not farm it up with the Mac 10? Why not try and get some more kills in there?
Yeah.
Сейвить им, собственно, нечего.
Get the extra 600.
Брони у них нет. Пистолетов у них нет.
All right, they're trading off. All right, and he's even throwing the nades away so that he knows he doesn't have any nades that he's gonna give him.
It's real cheeky.
That's incredibly thorough, actually.
Yeah, they're really trying to optimize this. Yeah, who can blame them?
Остается один Моноси.
Попадает по нафане. It's so funny how far Tier 1 CS has gone with optimization that he actually dropped his nades.
Собирается, видимо, камбэк из Cloud9 на карте G2.
It really can all matter in the end, right?
Yeah, truly.
Go down to the 30th round and you could be like, damn, we needed, you know, 600 more bucks and we just don't have it.
Exactly. Okay. This is where G2 need to show some fight.
They've won 7 in
По-моему,
the
надо уже собираться.
last 4 in the first half and then 3 here.
Уж слишком столько они отпускают раундов. А ты смотришь вообще или как, или что? Понятно. Ну, другого ответа мы не могли ожидать. Странно, что не получается играть за КТ в G2, если это их карта, да и плюс КТ, но это не столь уж сложно, я думаю, в сравнении с тем, что играть за теров. Падает Хукси.
And this is going to be the last win condition for G2 in the round. The boost is here for Hunter, and it's actually able to find a kill. Okay, game on still.
3 в 3. Он здесь размена не произошло. Падает Моноси, JKS1 и уходит на сейф. 9-10. G2 пока выигрывают, но лишь с отрывом в один раунд.
Cloud9 are right back in this, looking to see if they can get it. Am I right in remembering Anubis is the third map?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's real spicy.
That's really hard to read.
Yes.
Haven't really seen too much Anubis from Cloud9 lately. I know G2 just want to get over with here, but I mean, we kept saying it. The T sides are where these two guys are stronger.
Перестал клеить что-то игра у G2.
Still in the lead. No reason to mope just yet. Gotta stay focused till the end of this map. Stay locked in, stay engaged.
Ну ничего, они пока еще даже выигрывают. Хотя вот сейчас, конечно, такой раунд, что можно уже выйти даже на ничью. Ника тут один, перестреливается с диглом. Попадает по нафане. Это значит только одно, шансы еще есть. Хукси 6 хп единственное, но пока что жив. И пока что 5 в 5. Пытается запрыгнуть на крышу, такое ощущение JKS. Все знают, что это невозможно. Ник убивает Хоббитом. Опять в очередной раз. Пока неизвестно, что именно хотят сделать Cloud9. Но стандартный выход, я так понял. 2-2-Б. Падает JKS, и это, похоже, выход на где полуживой Хукси, и Хукси 6 хп. Ну, в принципе, смысл ему, я думаю, сейвить, это бессмысленно абсолютно. Просто ради дигла. Плюс его, скорее всего, все равно найдут. Куда интереснее пойти в атаку, попробовать что-то сделать, может быть, намутить себе оружие, но он не считает то, что Шира уже в библиотеке, и 10-10. Cloud9 G2.
This move has been just pretty much lateral for the entirety of his time on Cloud9, but if he can actually deliver in the way that maybe all of 5 people on the planet thought that he would have when he joined this Cloud9 roster, we're cooking with gas all of a sudden for a team that has more or less been disappointing ever since their 2022 IEM Dallas victory.
Еврейка игра эргономик. Все, что им нужно, это взять первый раунд, а дальше, я думаю, в принципе, у них пойдет, если получится. Интересные коэффициенты можно было, кстати, сорвать, если отгрузить на Cloud9, если они выиграют. С 1000 рублей, например, получить 10 000. Банки показывает Ника. Байраунд на G2, а тем временем уже по 11 тысяч, по 7 тысяч, по 9 тысяч у Cloud9 денег. Что, конечно, плохо для G2. Ой-ой-ой-ой, Хантер включается, невероятный зажим от Хантера. Здесь падает GKS, уже каленый бустер, каленый эксит. 4 в 3 ситуация, будет выход на его читают или не читают. Аксель слепой убивает Моноси, убивает Ника. 2 в 2 ситуация, Аксель очень каленый. Хукси остается один, Шира 78 хп, Аксель 25. В принципе, шанс у Хукси есть. 100 хп, фулл раскид, но нет верхней брони. Вот это, конечно, для него довольно неприятно. И читает его Аксель 11-10.
Man, that's where you get a sense of the nerves, I think, and the pressure that's on G2 all of a sudden. Normally they would be able to win that round.
That's inexcusable. The peak from Monacy towards short side there.
Yeah.
Monacy doesn't make too many mistakes like that, but positionally there, that was too ambitious. Because this is where you just
хотя так просто сдаваться Cloud9, хотя могли бы уже тильтануть, в принципе, и проиграть 16-5, но или там вообще 16-3, но пока что этого не происходит.
Breakdown of fundamentals in a key moment that now makes Cloud9 believe that they still have a chance to take this map away from G2.
Техническая пауза, чтобы не так с компом видать.
If they just trade for the rest of the round, they're fine. They have no problems, right? But just feeling the extra stress and thinking that's it, like we have to do something, but they definitely did not have to do anything. It's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah,
Cloud9, they're loving it.
Yeah, and if we want to kind of circle back to that discussion about why Cloud9 seemingly were just right there at the precipice of dominating the entire Tier 1 space and falling into a series of disappointments.
Посмотрим, что будет делать G2. В принципе, для них это время настроится.
Really shifted away from Cloud9's slow default proddy style. The maps where they don't do that, say Vertigo, Inferno, they're still great at. They're still really strong at those maps, even though they fell right there.
Пробуют показать игру, хотя я что-то уже сомневаюсь, что они сейчас способны на какие-то решительные действия в связи с последними раундами.
Then if you're playing the heroic style of being proactive, two guys pushing, flash to set them up, then a single lurker on one side of the map is either going to go 1-for-1 or 0-for-1. And then if you're heroic, you can shift back your defense into any of various formations or even go for another.
Да, очень удобно набирать боком
if you lose one of those players, it's very hard for a team like C9 to ever fully pounce because people like Shush or really just the
Ну, вернулись после технической паузы. Видим мы статистику по игре. Нормально.
Ну просто что-то не везет как-то.
Ну, вообще, де факто, если сейчас говорить, то по сути счет близкий еще до сих пор. Пошел раунд уже. Пистолеты у G2.
Yeah, to put it another way, at one point this was a 10-1 game, and now it's 11-10 the other way. It's kind of hard to explain how that works. G2 disappearing from the game.
GKS это вообще просто гигачат команда, я считаю. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой, что произошло?
Вот, ничего себе.
Флешечка. А просчитает ли на фане GKS? Не просчитает. GKS Ника! Это что происходит? Шира. 1 в 5 остается, убивает Ника. Попадает по Хантеру 4 хп. GKS 7 хп. В принципе, правильно говорят комментаторы, здесь возможность это эйс. Но нет. Все, 11-11. Возвращается G2 в игру, счет ничейный. А вы что думали, они типа... Они просто так время потянуть решили? Вот это переключение JKS. Что это такое? Все, появилось оружие. По сути, снабдили оружием сейчас Cloud9 игроков G2. Хокси получает минус 19, ну и Шира получает минус 38. Все тут погорели на банане. Аксель почти... Ой, хайф HP. Аксель и Шира падает на фане минус 21. А это что, G2 включили, что ли? А это что такое?
Все, они вроде завелись. Они начнут разваливать просто, не глядя.
They found that fire again. This would have to be a brilliant call from Cloud9, and I don't know if they've got it in them. G2, they're not overstepping this time. That was the problem last time they were in a 5 versus 3, just over peaking, a little bit overzealous.
Ну это я так понимаю, или какой-то сейф непонятный, или что вообще, блядь?
Ну это что-то.
Выход на Б без бомбы. Не самое логичное действие. 40 секунд остается Cloud9. Бомба все еще не забрана. Посадку пытаются организовать. Тут Хантер забирается. Но бомбы-то нету, к тому же, даже если они всех убили, бустер. Остается один и уходит на сейф. И это 12-11, скорее всего. Или не уходит, и он будет воевать. А, ну деньги у них есть, скорее всего, воевать будет. Ух, минус 81 сразу попадает. То есть это все, что ли?
Да все, они, я говорю, завелись.
Почему-то когда ты в муте был,
Я
не получалось ничего.
подрубил, все нормально. Ну потому что ты дурак, ты в муте-то был.
Я не был. Все, тайм-аут, 3 из 4. Шира сейчас дико колет какую-то инфу там. Как нужно действовать. Все, уже пошли какие-то споры.
Ну, вообще все хорошо.
Потихоньку теряют деньги Cloud9, а G2 наоборот копят. Победили, считай, без потерь. May I reiterate the fact that nobody wants to lose this game. It is unlikely for either of these two teams to make playoffs if they lose, with Vitality waiting in that lower bracket already. Так, ну в принципе, я думаю, Хантер сейчас просто закидает, блядь, своим. О, Фаер уже горит. Аксель получает минус 6 хп. Ник забирает Аксель. Хантер тоже падает каким-то невозможным прострелом. 4 в 4 ситуация. Шира минус 21. У них нет денег. То есть, если сейчас, допустим, Cloud9 проигрывают, то... Ну, короче, конец им. Следующий раунд уже эко, если такое произойдет. Хукси под Хоббита. Думают, куда пойти Cloud9. Выбирают все-таки пойти на Ай, скорее всего. Это было удачное решение, потому что JKS тут соло, ну, сомнительно. Хотя всякое бывает. Калаш. Да, не угадывают. С плантом пошла инфа. Ника бежит в спину. Тянет максимальное время JKS. Уже пошли какие-то забрасывания плента невероятные. Ника и Моноси уже стягиваются. На помощь своему сокоманднику. Джека забирает бустер, Ника забирает Шира, Ника забирает Хоббита. И один остается на фане. 1 в 2. А бомбы-то нужно ставить, а времени нету. И это, судя по всему, да. 13-й раунд для G2. Знаешь, вот как люди некоторые зарядили на коэффициент 10 на Cloud9. Cloud9 начали люто разрывать. Они такие, ура, а теперь что-то с лицом произошло.
From those players. Yeah, we can see Monacy soaring on in to finish things off.
Вот видишь как? Ну вот я что и говорил, сейчас у них форс, ну у них форс, короче, что практически уже на 70% гарантирует 14-11. Редко когда берутся раунды с так 9. Хотя, конечно, берутся Хукси, что-то решил упасть от Акселя, не понял, что произошло вообще. Что? Аксель 119 хп, находит он калашников.
Да.
Ну чё, да, я не 4 в 5. Еще хуй угора. Возможность. Калашник только один. Получает прибальнику Аксель. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Чё ты там ржат, ага, блядь? Это нахуй G2, бля. Хоббит падает.
Не-не-не, я вообще не...
Ой-ой-ой. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. На фане опять один бедный остается.
Все.
Тоже матчпоинт там, по сути. Уже к 15-му раунду они там, подожди. А, ну да. Игра за матчпоинт. Хукси вообще не помню, что произошло, и он... То есть Ника это такой гигачат в мире КС получается. Кстати, вот ты видел, да, вот сравни, допустим,
да,
сравни Жердяев Виталити, просто сравни, и Ника.
Вообще уроды.
А он, понимаешь, то есть у него бицуха есть, у него присуха есть, у него красивая притча, блядь, борода вообще охуенная, то есть, ты понимаешь? Просто сравни с каким-нибудь фейскланом, Керриган, блядь. То есть лицо команды, например. Виталис, там, Мэджиск, например, или Апекс. Ну, что это? Дюпри, там, допустим, даже пиздец. Так, я таких видел в выпуске «Купай педофиля» и Тесака. Они там приходили мальчиков иметь. Жердяи всякие. Да. Потом их там пиздили, правда. И рисовали у них ЛГБТ-флаг на лбу. Это другая история.
Ну тоже не очень интересно.
Что-то уже попахивает 15-м раундом для G2. Денег очень много, есть диффуза, 4 в 2, 3 в 2 уже. Хоббит, тут что-то решил выдать Хоббит. Широв пол хп.
Он что-то въебывается.
Пойдут ли они вообще убивать, или они уходят на сейф, интересно. Не, ну пока что идут. В принципе, могут если распликают JKS. Тут вообще JKS бомбит эту карту, как и Моноси. Плюс КД только у них, у G2. Ну и плюс КД у тех, кто остался Cloud9.
Ну это какие-то бездари.
Ой-ой-ой, Шира. Хоббит. Максимально пытался отыграть на времени, но не получилось.
Ну, так и просто обоссал. Просто обоссался.
Империал обоссали Виталий. Ты понимаешь, какие эмоции просто, блядь? Действующие победители мажора, там, типа, они там проехались по всем. А потом, опа, и на речке-то им суд. Ну, то есть это 11-15, и, судя по всему, сейчас будет, конечно, байраунд, как бы. И у них там что? А, ну да, бэкграунд. В нулину, естественно. Смысл уже. Ой, Моноси бывает на фане, Аксель пол хп, Шир каким-то образом сносится. Аксель слепой, Моноси тоже. Горит молик на банане. Готовится 2014. Будет проход на А, судя по всему, стягиваются силы, хотя Аксель все еще стоит в миду, неизвестно зачем, смысл. Он будет там стоять. Прилетает смог. At about 55 seconds left. Looks like they want to try and see if they can get out of the apartments, but there's so much on the other side. I don't think this is going to happen.
There's no flashes. This is so difficult.
There are more grenades even on the other side still, right? One misstep here and you're going to be running into Molotovs and HGs and smokes again.
It needs to be a clean entry.
Закончился. Cloud9. Ничего они не предпринимают. Времени мало, сейчас начнут суетиться, скорее всего, и Шир теряет опять 3 хп, блядь, каким-то образом. Ну все, у них нет времени. Уже перебегать другой план бессмысленно. Им нужно бежать уже 18 секунд. У них начинает суетиться. Хукси падает. Падает Аксель Шира. Остается один бустер, и он падает. Поздравляем с победой. Ну а Cloud9... Ну, единственное, все равно я больше справляюсь удачу, потому что они хотя бы русские, да, как бы, то есть уже не хохлы автоматически и не долбоебы. Да, то есть желаем ему обоссать там всяких. Вот я бы даже хотел бы, чтобы Cloud9 сыграли бы с каким-нибудь Монте, например.
Вообще будет круто.
Монте отлетят 16-0, но это, впрочем, уже совсем другая история. Всем спасибо и всем пока.